you. Next we have class of 2000. 2000. Do we have anyone? All right, very good.
So this is my second time up here in 3 reunions. The first time was our 5th year when our elected class representative was hungover. This year we found out a few minutes ago because this elected class representative had to go home to take care of his child. So things have changed. We're gathering tonight. It also seems to get earlier each time, and it's been great. I mean, I'm glad to hear that the Observer is still around. I was editor of that paper. Glad to hear it's still there. We were the first class of the student Metro card, so ours when we were in school that changed over to an actual Metro card. But the thing that actually stood out the most for me as a memory of high school of events around us was the OJ trial. Looking back, though, things that happened while we were in school. Netscape was launched, and that started really kind of the internet revolution, which led us to the .com boom and bust in the late 90s. The US decided to file an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft, and we were the class of the apocalypse cow, and that was quite ominous looking forward. While we were in school, the USS Cole was bombed. We read an article in our international relations class with Urban Kagan, of the Kagan fame, called Jihad versus McWorld, which has kind of played out pretty nicely, or not so nicely, but it's pretty accurate, and that's pretty amazing to think about what we were studying at Hunter as 17-year-olds, and the level of academic rigor that was, that we were undertaking. Nobody else does that. In music, Green Day was just elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They had their first album when we were in high school. And the Foo Fighters, Biggie Smalls, Tupac Shakur, Rent. Dan Stein is going to talk about what's happened since, but I did want to quickly thank, I don't know if Coach Randolph is still here, but I did want to thank him for being with us for so many years, coming to every reunion and never letting us forget how ugly we are.
So, quick update on some of our class members who have, in the last 15 years, some of whom have become doctors and lawyers. We've had several people working at the U.S. government passing key legislation in legislative roles, executive roles. We have it's spread all over the map. We have one of our classmates who spent time in China. I've spent time in Russia. We've got a couple of other people who have spent time in Asia. Judd Kessler was here before, got a nice shirt with about some of his work in Liberia. We've been all over the world and all over the United States. We've got chapters in DC, LA, San Francisco, and are there still people who live in Philly? Yeah, you were there for and Boston, some of our lesser American cities. But truly, I think I can speak for all of us when to say that the more we encounter other people who did not go to Hunter, we definitely appreciate those of us who did go to Hunter a little bit more. And a special thank you to all of the faculty and teachers who suffered us through our youths and have helped turn us into who we are today. We don't have a good fundraising update. I think it's in the couple of thousands, but our plan is, we're having a much larger reception tonight. Our plan is to get everyone drunk and then ask them for money. So hopefully, if it may not be 5 years for our next update, but we hope to see you all again soon. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Do we have anyone here from the class of 05?
Hey, we're very happy to be here. 2005. Yeah, there we go. I was actually trying to get my classmates down here.
All of them. Like, not really curious. I'm just curious.
50% would be understandable, but this is not.
Hunter is the place of solutions, so here we are. Okay. So we're the class of 2005. I'm Graham Major Hart.
Molly Rubenstein.
We're very happy to be here. I tried to get my classmates to come down and do like one dance move with me, but it got vetoed just a moment ago. So we're very happy to be here. First of all, I'd like to thank the Alumni Association for all their great work. Can we have a round of applause for those guys? And then also for, of course, all our teachers and faculty that keep this amazing institution running, and it's really great to see all of the classes before us, so maybe one more round of applause for everyone that keeps this great school running. I was talking with Max Sorinsky, who's our class representative this year, and we were talking about what we should be doing tonight for our gathering. We have about 70 people who are planning to join us. And I said, you know, Max, just think about your university reunion. And he said, man, I didn't go. But I definitely want to go to Hunter, and he's the class rep. And he said, look, that's really what I think about Hunter. That's how important it is to me. That's how great our classmates are. So thanks to Max for the representation as well. I'll just give would you like to say something?
Yes.
Well, on that note, thanks, Graham. On that note, I actually went to my 5-year college reunion at Yale University last weekend. It's 5 years because I took a year off after high school, which I, highly recommend. And I realized as I showed up, I was like, oh, wait a second. I'm not actually really excited to see any of these people. Yes, I had a wonderful experience at school, we had a great education, but just the level on average, we had 700 people there from our class, and I was like, eh. And I have been looking forward to tonight for, I don't know, ever since we started getting announcements, for 10 years, pretty much. As we had the advantage of being able to watch each other through Facebook that entire time. And so watching people get their jobs as lawyers, start getting married and having kids, which is the weirdest thing, and start being, getting involved in city government. I had dinner with a few friends from Hunter a couple months ago and found out that every one of them and their partners were all working in the New York City government. So a round of applause for New York City, this beautiful city that we live in.
That's right. So we have New York City government representation is very strong, and we also have a very strong law practice in our class. So we're all feeling very safe and supported in that front. I think we have at least 10% of our class is lawyers, which is really great for us. We also have some. Why is everyone laughing? That's really good. And we also have some nurses. One of them is here, Senna. Great to see you. And then we have such a great variety of everything we're doing. Actually, I'm doing the run-on thing. Okay, 1 minute, right? So we have a guy who is a scientist, and now he's doing data analysis on art sales. We have people in finance, we have people making independent movies, we have people acting in those movies, we have people financing those movies, all completely independent of each other. We have the guy who runs the NewYorkTimes.com experience. So if you don't like the NewYorkTimes.com experience, write to one of our classmates, but he's doing a great job. And we actually have the same at Macy's.com, so we have some good online presence. And like the class before us, we have people all around the world. One of our classmates has spent a lot of time in Russia. I just got back from China. One of our classmates now speaks Moroccan Arabic and French. And we have no professional athletes. So, PE department. You're getting our next donation. So that's about it.
The other thing I just want to comment on is how many members of our class are entrepreneurs. And that's something that I think really comes from the Hunter experience, is this willingness to go out into the unknown and make something that is valuable to other people around you. There's a chutzpah there. There's a willingness to take on that responsibility and knowing that you can do it, because that's what we were all doing here. I mean, how many people felt like they got as much out of their extracurricular activities as they did from their fabulous classes? The activities we were encouraged to do, the initiative we were encouraged to take, to direct our own theater, to start our own publications, to write and publish them ourselves, I think really paved the way for all of us to think a little bit more aggressively about what it meant to make a difference as an adult.
Awesome. So that's 2005. We're so happy to be here. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, class of 2005. I'm class of 1995, so a little bit older than you guys. So I'm of the age where people are now starting to get divorced, so you have that to look forward to next. Do we have anyone here from the class of 2010? Oh, we do. Oh, that's right, excuse me. So sorry about that. Benji, have another few words?
Hi, I'm embarrassed to say I'm the only member of my class here. And I don't have much of an update on our careers because most of us just graduated college. But I just want to say really quickly thank you all for this amazing event. It's been really inspiring to hear from all these classes. I can't believe the breadth of experience that we have in this room. So I just want to say thank you so much, and hopefully in 5 years we'll have a stronger show.
Thank you everyone for attending the General Assembly. We now have lunch, which is going to be down in the cafeteria, which is in the basement, for those of you who are not familiar with the building. I want to say thank you very much. There are other programs. Everyone has a program, so everyone knows where to go. And we'll all talk soon. Thanks so much. Please also remember to fill out your proxy forms. Thank you so much.